I'm Carole Leathem, and you're listening to a bonus episode of the Caretakers Journey podcast. I'm your host, and I want to welcome you to day 6 of our Caretakers 31-day challenge, Resolve Challenge. Today's January 6th. We're already almost a week into 2025, and our challenge today deals with living and focusing on the present moment. I can get so caught up in either living in the past or trying to live in the future, and we're going to talk about that in this episode. So pull out your Post-it note and write, I resolve to focus on the present and avoid dwelling on the past or worrying excessively about the future. Did you know that you can live, now hear me when I say this, live with fear, but not live in fear? Let me say that again. Did you know that you can live with fear, but not in fear? So many times on the caretaker's journey, we get caught up in the fear of what if. So let me break it down for you. Living in fear is taking charge in an unhealthy way. How? Well, when we live in fear, I am either trying to relive the past or fix the past. I'm either trying to relive or fix the past, or I'm trying to pre-live and control the future. Think about that for a few minutes. When you are trying to relive the past or fix it, or pre-live or control the future. What if I had only ... fill in the blanks. This is a question I ask myself. I find myself asking this when I'm trying to relive or fix or change the past. What if I had only done blah? The truth is, I can't go back and change, relive, or fix what's already happened. Those experiences are a permanent part of my life now. So, what if this happens is another question that I ask myself, because I find myself, especially at the start of this new year, going, what if this happens? What if this happens again? What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? What if this? And that what if question is when I'm asking myself, I'm pre-living or trying to control the future. Then I start to take charge of things that have not happened yet and may never happen yet. My therapist helped me kind of create this picture of standing on a beach and looking at a tidal wave coming in. And it's way off in the distance, but I'm already drowning in the tidal wave when it's miles and miles and miles from shore, and it may never get here. But I'm already living there. I'm already trying to control it, and it hasn't happened, and it may never happen. When I am caught up in living in fear, I am trying to control circumstances that are out of my control, both the past ones and the future ones. This is going to drain my energy, and I'm going to find myself getting angry. I'm going to get afraid, and it is a cycle. It is a recurring cycle that I battle. So take a deep breath, because there is hope. We can live with fear, but not live in fear. So what does it mean to live with fear? Well, living with fear means that I'm living in this moment, the present. I stop asking those what if questions, and I start asking what now? What now? What can I do now? Living in fear, I'm totally consumed with the past or the future. But living with fear, I take a deep breath and I ask, what now? And I wait. I have a Post-it note. There it is again. I have a Post-it note in my window over there that says, take a deep breath. You will know what to do when you get there. Take a deep breath. You will know what to do when you get there. Are you today, caregiver, trying to relive, fix the past, or pre-live, control the future? Are you asking what if questions? How can you start saying, what now? Not what if, but what now? And focusing on today. Thank you for joining me today. If you know a caretaker, share this show with them using the links in the notes below. My resource for these resolves come from my book, Are You Ready to Find Joy When Life Gets Messy? If you want to know more about my caretaking journey, the link to my book and purchase it is in the links below. But also, I want to let you know that starting next week, or starting this week, actually, we started it this week, I'm going to be doing a 12-week series on my book where I will read you the chapter. We will go over what I call the tips and tools of that chapter. And I will talk a little bit more in depth about my journey. If you want to order the book, you can order the book and follow along if you already have a copy of it. And I'm just excited for you to join me on my journey. If you want an in-depth copy of our Caretakers 31-Day Resolve Challenge, go below to the link and click on it and join my email list. This is where I'm going to be able to let you know how to get it when it's available. And as I close out today's episode, I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you because I know that there are those of you out there that struggle with living in fear and not with fear. So let me pray. God, thank you so much for this important lesson that you have taught me, that I still struggle with, but you have taught me. And God, when I find myself living in fear, I can immediately use these tools to take a deep breath and understand that I cannot pre-live or fix the past, or I can't go back and relive and fix the past, and I can't go forward and relive or control the future. I have to live in this moment, in the present. I pray right now that you will help every caregiver listening right now, living and listening right now, to take a deep breath and say, what now? And wait, because I promise you will know what to do when you get there. Thank you for walking before us and beside us. We ask all this in your precious Son's name. Amen. Let me share a blessing for you. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look with favor on you and give you peace. I'll be back tomorrow for day 7. And until then, it's all about him.